Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a very interesting show for you. We've got Deuce Knight making some moves, and he might be getting close to a decision, and I'm wondering if he's not a perfect fit for this offense. I'm going to show you some of the highlights. We're going to talk about this guy a little bit, but this might be almost an ideal fit for Tennessee. And there's also George McIntyre out there, who's a fantastic quarterback, in-state guy. Well, now Deuce Knight is an in-state guy. So let's get into this story. This is by Ryan Schubert on Rocky Top Insider. And here you see him with Josh Heupel, the family. And he is very much a blue chip quarterback. He's transferring to Nashville's Lipscomb Academy for his junior high school season. And he announced that on Twitter. He's the number 78 player in the country, 6'4", 195. He's the number 5 quarterback. He's the second highest player rated in the state of Tennessee behind George McIntyre, who's the number 13 quarterback in the country. He's a volunteer target. He has received a scholarship offer. He's already been to Knoxville 4 times for unofficial visits. He's visited Ole Miss 6 times and also Notre Dame a couple of times. And he will be at the same school as Caleb Beasley and Edwin Spillman. That's quite a coincidence, I think. I've heard him say that the Vols are at the very top of his list. I think he has seen this offense. He saw what Hendon Hooker did last year, and his style is very similar. He kind of reminds me of a Hendon Hooker 2.0. He's got tremendous speed. He's very smart. He's got a 4.0 GPA, which that's ideal for a quarterback. You need a quarterback to be smart. 4.0 tells me that he's very studious, and he's not going to be a guy that you're going to have to worry about. You can look at a person's GPA and pretty much tell if they're going to be trouble. The higher the GPA, usually the less the trouble. And the reason I say that he might be near a decision, this was in Inside the Rebels, it said exactly that he's nearing a decision. While it might not be next week or even next month, it could happen early this fall. As it stands now, he appears to be picking a school out of Ole Miss, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Auburn. I think he's leaning heavily Tennessee. It's a gut feeling. It's from watching some videos and looking at the way he plays and the offense that Josh Heupel runs. If I was Deuce Knight, that's exactly where I'd want to be. Now I'm going to show you some of his highlights, and I think you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. All right, you can watch him here. You'll see the arm and his ability to get away from trouble, and he is left-handed. And several of these plays, like I said, he's going to remind you of Hendon. There you go, the nice pass across the middle. He's got good touch. He's got good mechanics. Now watch the speed. This guy is super fast and a true dual threat quarterback. He will burn you bad. Now watch him here. Off-platform throw, still makes it work. Good touch. And the guy right in his face. Now you're going to watch the ability to get away. He's extremely quick, doesn't panic. And it looks to me like he's playing with them. That's a Hendon Hooker move right there. He did that against Florida, picked up 30 or 40 yards, and just crushed Florida's soul with that. Again, the quickness, you're not going to sack him. And then he puts the great touch on the ball. That reminded me of the Pittsburgh game where Hendon hit Cedric Tillman. Does a little fake. Now you're going to see the touch on the long pass. Boom. And again, here we go in the end zone. Nice little back shoulder. Guy's accurate. That you can see. He's not got a lot of wasted motion. And there he goes. He's very athletic. And you will not be sacking me. And then he burns you. And that's the kind of stuff right there that makes defensive coordinators nuts. Because they've done everything right. But he's so athletic, so quick, he destroys your defense. And that's how you change momentum right there. Plays like that. So I'm not going to be a bit surprised if he commits to the Vols 2025. I know a lot of people are wanting George McIntyre. It's not impossible if they both commit, but I doubt it. I really do. And what do you do? If a guy like this wants to commit, are you not going to take him? I would take this guy. I just would. Whoever commits first, I'm going to take him. Whether it's Deuce Knight or George McIntyre, they're both fantastic. I don't think you can make a mistake in this one, but, time will tell. But this guy's he might be a perfect fit for Heupel. And I wanted to cover this. The news came out today of him transferring to Tennessee. And we covered the Bennett Warren live commit, and and he committed an hour early from what 247 had him down for at noon. So I missed out on that. My first time doing a live commit.
You blew it!
Double bogey. It happens, but at least we got the guy. That's the important thing. So Bennett Warren, big time tackle, our highest rated tackle. And we've picked up some tremendous offensive linemen in this class for 2024. I couldn't be more pleased. Now it seems like we're going to probably finish up really strong. We got to try to get Cam Franklin in the boat.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Amari Jefferson is going to be committing later this week. It's between us and Alabama. I'm hearing he's leaning Alabama. We'll see. We've still got some other guys out there in Jordan Ross, another 5-star defensive lineman, just like Cam Franklin. Now, we're leading for Cam. We're not leading with Jordan Ross, but we're in the game. And then, of course, Ryan Wingo was recently here, a 5-star wide receiver. We're going to pick up another 5-star at some point. You can just feel it. You can feel the momentum. The last 6 recruits, 5 4-stars and a 5-star. So our momentum's there. Let's take a look where we are in the class ranking. And here's where we sit. Georgia's number 1, of course, Ohio State. Georgia's already got 26 commits. They're almost done. At this point, Ohio State, they've got 19. They're not done. Florida has done a really good job. They're at number 3 with 21 commits. Billy Napier's getting the job done down there. Now, here are some teams that I think will jump. Michigan's average is 90.76. Ours is higher than that. And they're done. They've got 26 commits. Penn State's almost done. They have a lower average than us. I believe we'll jump them. I think we'll jump Florida State unless they pick up a couple more 5-stars. Their average is lower than ours. Notre Dame, the same thing. They've got 3 more commits, but their average is below ours. So there's about 4 spots we could jump with a really nice average. Clemson's got the same average as us. A&M the same. USC is a little above us, and then I think Alabama's going to wind up in front of us. So, somewhere in that 5-6 area is probably where we're going to wind up, which is, it's going to be really tight in there too, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all those are going to be within a few points, because you can look here and see where the points are. Like we're at 259. Look here, Notre Dame's at 260, Florida State's 260, 262. We're within 7 points of being number 4 right now. And then you got a pretty good little jump up to the higher numbers. So that's why I'm feeling like 5 or 6 right in that neighborhood is going to be about right for us. And as long as we finish strong, it's not going to make that much difference if you're 5th or if you're 7th or 8th. As long as you're within a point or 2, it's not that big a deal. You're just as good as any of the other teams there in that area. It's just a matter of numbers. That's all it is. But I feel really good about this recruit getting back to Deuce Knight. And again, call it a gut feeling. I just feel like he's going to commit to the Vols in the next couple of months and get 2025 off to a good start. And then he's going to start recruiting his team, because that's what quarterbacks do. They like to get out ahead of it, just like Jake Merklinger did, just like Nico did, and then start recruiting their class that they want to put their team together. Quarterbacks think that way. They've got that sort of captain's mentality, and especially one that's got a 4.0 GPA. So there's a lot of teams after him. Notre Dame's really trying to get him. I just don't see him not going to Tennessee. It's like I say, it's a gut feeling. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me know to continue to cover the Vols. And doesn't mean I wouldn't take George McIntyre. I would take him in a second. If you've not subscribed, it's on your right, my left. Just hit that little button. I would appreciate it. And right over here's the most recent video that YouTube thinks you'll love. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.